Sometimes I feel I'm living a meaningless life, and I get frightened. To my mind, talent doesn't really exist. I'm not a strikingly handsome guy, but I'm in movies. I have a hard time with free time. I turned down 12 films last year. Huge money films, but I had no respect for the writer or the work. You can't buy back your respect, you can't buy back your career. You only get one, so I don't want to mess that up. I've been in fights, but that doesn't make me cool or like a tough guy or more interesting actor. I'm not proud of it. There will always be opportunities to be in love again. Everybody's got stories. I don't want to not have stories. It's very weird because the it guy usually is not the it guy next year or even a guy that anyone is talking about. At this point I have enough money to live 25 lifetimes. You couldn't spend the money I've accrued now. I've had to deal with all different types of situations, positive and negative and extremes of both. I'm an individual, and I have opinions. Have you ever noticed how most critics disagree with the public? That should tell you a lot about critics. I'm just selfish. I have to be for what I do. I got kicked out of every school I ever went to. I go to sleep at night, and I feel like I just dreamed the whole day. I've never been able to learn from other people's mistakes. I'm not that smart, so I usually learn by trial by fire. I think envy motivates a lot of people. Adversity has a way of introducing a man to himself. I'd love to go to school and have a normal life, but I don't see any professor at Yale being able to teach me more than Steven Spielberg. When you're working with the best of the best, I'm not gonna put that on hold so I can work with people who studied the best of the best. You never really meet a human being until you live with them or know them for a while. So this is my clown and they understand that, and so these interviews don't bother them. Once you make a studio $700 million or so, or whatever the insane number is, then they finally seem to trust you, no matter how off the wall your project is. I don't know, I just want to be happy. I could be in a hole somewhere. Or I could completely lose it and be some hippie living in the woods with my dad. All of the things that have happened in my life have been self-propelled. I can't blame anybody else or point a finger at anybody. When people ask me about my story, I just go through the positive stuff, the tentpole moments, the big landmark checkpoints. Clubs are so lame. Nobody even dances at these clubs. They stand around and get drunk and they schmooze. There is no enjoyment factor.